Dan, it's great to have you back on the show. Listen, they missed on the bottom line, but they did better on the top line. It looks like their full fiscal year revenue guidance is slightly stronger than expected, too. But I think the top line, it really seems like that's the focus here, because this is one of those tech names where there's been a lot of concern over the last couple of years about how much they can grow their sales. And here it is, 8% year over year. Is that what's driving the stock higher? Yeah,
look, Goldilocks quarter, because it also shows the AI revolution, the software piece is now coming to Salesforce. And you look at they've had issues clearly over the last year. I think it's a get out the popcorn moment. This is the start, not just for Salesforce, but for software, a huge moment where we are in the AI revolution.
So in light of that, how much then is going to hinge on the commentary and the guidance we have relating to Agentforce specifically?
Oh, I think that's front and center. I mean, that's the goals at the end of the rainbow in terms of Agentforce. I think that could ultimately be $5-6 billion a year as this all plays out. Hearing from Benioff is very important in terms of what they're seeing from a demand perspective. But Morgan, we've talked about it. I mean, all of our checks are showing this is just the start. This is going to be a renaissance of growth for Benioff and Salesforce. This is a stock I think has massive upside over the next year.
Dan, current remaining performance obligations up 10%. Speaks well of the pipeline, but why don't you care about this bottom line miss?
Yeah, I think, John, right now, you want to see them just focus on spending, especially when it comes to what they're building out, from an AI perspective. I think that was an issue that they had 6 months ago. So even though bottom line and margins was an issue if you go back a year and a half, 2 years ago, no longer. I mean, right now, this is a phenomenal balance of growth. You look at what we see going forward, double-digit type growth. I mean, I think this is actually a stock that starts to get re-rated. And broader, the software piece of the AI party now comes. It's not just Oracle. Now it's Salesforce, ServiceNow, many others, of course, led by the Messi of AI, Palantir.
So it's interesting you say that, Dan, because Pure Storage also has some costs kind of spinning up a hyperscaler deal that they're involved with. We're going to hear from the CEO on that in just a minute. Should investors get used to the idea beyond the hyperscalers themselves of companies having to spend, Salesforce, Pure, to capture that AI opportunity?
Yeah, and that's going to be a phenomenal interview on the Pure Storage, because I think what it shows, it's about these second, third, fourth derivatives. We're talking about the biggest tech trend in the last 40 to 50 years. So investors, the street, they're fine if you're spending, if you're seeing the growth and you're seeing the deal flow. But now it's not just about Mag 7, and those are going to continue to do phenomenal. It's about where in software, in cyber, in storage. It just shows now this AI party, you have in the rest of tech come, which is why our view, tech stocks are up another 20% next year. This is just the beginning in terms of what we're seeing. Tonight's a huge night